All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there trolling in this truth. I'm Bathaka Moth GMS Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a really quick hit land back lesson on, just been watching videos and watching the brothers going in, the apostles, and different brothers have been doing lessons about King Masha being King David. You know what I'm saying? And, you got a lot of people out here that, they have problems with these things, and they have, either they have a disbelief of it, or they may laugh or scoff, or, just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which at the end of the day, if you can't receive these things, it's just not, it's the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Those that are part of the hopeful elect, when they come into this thing, everything is taken seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be funny. It's not going to be, and they're going to believe it at the end of the day. They're going to believe these things, man, because at the end of the day, it's going to make sense to them. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make perfect sense, So, just with that, I just want to go into a really quick hit. Hopefully this won't be too long, because, of course we bought scriptures out before, and of course this thing is redundant. You're going to hear the same scriptures a lot of times with different lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just because it makes the same points. It makes the points. So, it's a repetitive thing, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. But, for those who have problem understanding or believing these things, when like the apostles and elders, the different stories and things we've heard when it comes to these great men, Abba Bivens, King Masha, elder high priest Yaiquab, Ariah, these different great men before our apostles and the elders who taught them. We've heard stories, and, since I've come in this thing, I've heard many stories and different accounts of different things, where these men are considered. I don't know them personally, and I can't speak on them personally, but I can speak on the things that I've heard, that I know from what I've heard from the apostles and elders and other men that do have those accounts and those personal dealings. So, and again, just me speaking for myself, when I heard these things, I believed, man. I'm a believer at least, to the least of things. I'm a believer, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe this truth, and it's not hard. Again, at the end of the day, we come back. It's that simple. We come back. Why? What's hard to believe that King Masha is King David? If it's not King Masha, who is it, man? You know what I'm saying? That would be the next question. Well, who is it then? Is that nigga without the shirt, talking about he's King David, made the video and talking about he gonna put everybody, the Hispanics, the Native Americans, he's gonna put all us in slavery. Really, man? Oh, that's King David? Get the hell out of here. That nigga is a bugged out nigga on the street, man, talking crazy. The Lord gonna destroy his ass, Or is it the dude over there, the leader over there at ISUPK? Because although he hasn't just really come out and said, he hasn't come out and said that he's King David, but how he goes about things, it's like alluding to that's who he's trying to say that he is. And you want to tell me that's King David? Yeah, is that who you believe to be King David? The dude that said, the Lord ain't worried about no chip, the same dude that said, take the juice, take the vaccine, The one that said that, you can about popping in the butt and all that. Come on, man. That ain't King David, man. Sorry. So who is? Somebody is King David. Is King David the only one that's outside of coming back, man? Stop, bro. We come back, man, because the scriptures say the prophets come back. You know what I'm saying? We come back, man. As a matter of fact, since I said that, let me just get that real quick. Then we'll just continue from there. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 32. And it reads, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. Yeah, if you were once a prophet, You'll always be a prophet. And you know, you come back, you were a prophet, you're going to come back as a prophet. And there's different accounts showing that to be just what that's talking about. You know, of course, in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, you know, Daniel, he told Daniel he was going to rest with his fathers and then stand in his lot at the end of days, man. You know, you got Job, you know, the account of Job when he said he was going to see the Lord with his own eyes, you know, in the latter days and last days, man, in these times. Then you got John the Revelator said that he was going to prophesy before great king, before kings and peoples and tongues and nations. You know, he died out on the Patmos, man. So you know, come on, man. And then of course Esdras, man. You got Esdras. You know, Ezra said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? What days? Now, man, he saw the vision of the end times and he saw himself here, you know. So just a few accounts of the prophets, you know, those men of the Lord that, you know, showed them to be in end times, man, that they're here. They at least were here. If they're not here now, they've been here, you know, in these times. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to come back. They're going to be raised up. As a matter of fact, the scriptures say that in let me get this one. That reminds me of, is it 2 Thessalonians or 1 Thessalonians? 1 Thessalonians 4. It's 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 14. 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 14. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him. You know, and that's what's going on. That sleep, man. You know, there's no such thing as dead. You know what I'm saying? The Lord tells you he's the power of the living, man. You know. So it says, for if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him. You know, so those that sleep in Yahushua, them that so-called died in this knowledge, man, in this truth, you know, they're going to be with Yahushua when he returns, man, you know. So they're coming back. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Yeah. They're already there. The scriptures say that your works follow you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so if you're a wicked nigga, you know, and that's all you are about and have done, and you die, like it says in Daniel 12, you're gonna be raised to shame and contempt, man. You know, but if you've been a part of this truth, and you've been toiling in this truth and laboring in this truth, your work is going to follow you, man. You know, you're still going to be a part of the elect, man. Those that is elect. That's passed on. You know what I'm saying? And they're part of the elect. Well, a lot of these people are bugged out on that as well. The whole elect thing, you know, they don't take into account that there are elect members that are in the spirit realm right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So that number, you know, but that's another lesson for another day. But anyway, let's keep it going. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So, hey, they're going to be the first ones on the chariots, man. You know. Then, verse 17, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. So they're going to be on the chariots first, man, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Because there, from that point on, is going to be the kingdom of heaven is going to be established in the earth. And that's why it says, wherefore comfort one another with these words, because that's comfort, man. That's a beautiful thought, man. You know, the kingdom of heaven will be established after that. So we come back, man, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Why would King David not come back? As a matter of fact, he's been here many times as well, man. You know what I'm saying? you know, when you have that understanding, you know, he was Moses, you know, King David. He was Peter, you know, and if I'm not mistaken, Zerubbabel. Don't quote me on the Zerubbabel one. I believe he was Zerubbabel as well, but don't quote me on that one. But yeah, several times, man. And he's been here in this time as King Masha, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these people come back, man, you know, and as a matter of fact, You have the account of because Abba Bivens has been here. We wouldn't have this truth if it weren't for Abba Bivens and of course those great men, King Masha, High Priest, Elder High Priest, Yaikwab, and Ariah, man. Those great men that toured with Abba Bivens during that time. Who taught our apostles and elders. You know what I'm saying? In these times now, if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have this truth, man. So Abba Bivens is a key figure, man. You're gonna try to say, man, Jake, man, like for real, need to chill out and sit down somewhere and just listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures clearly tell, when you read in Malachi, the 4th chapter, let's just get this account real quick. This Malachi 4:5 says, "Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord." Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The great and dreadful day is talking about now, man. In these times now, these latter days. He says you're going to send Elijah, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6, "And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." Didn't John the Baptist do the same thing? Didn't John the Baptist do? As a matter of fact, let's get it. This is Luke chapter 1. We're going to drop down to verse 13. Luke 1 and 13. "But the angel said unto him," who is the him? Zacharias, his father. Zachariah. "But the angel said unto him, Fear not, Zacharias," or Zachariah, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son, and thou shalt call his name John." John the Baptist. So it's dealing with John the Baptist. "And thou shalt have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth. For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink, and he shall be filled with the Holy Spirit, even from his mother's womb." Now, was there any immaculate conception going on here? No, man. His father was Zachariah, man. You know what I'm saying? So that Holy Spirit, it's the same thing it said about Yahushai, man. We were all of us in this thing, in this truth, the sincere, those that's a part of this thing, were born of the Holy Spirit, man. So we were all of the Holy Spirit in our mother's wombs, man. You know what I'm saying? But, again, we're going to keep going. We don't get caught up in a. Verse 16, "And many of the children of Israel shall he," talking about John the Baptist, "turn to the Lord their power. And many of the children of Israel," not all, many, which reminds me of Isaiah the 10th chapter, "and the remnant shall return." That few in number, That's that small number, that remnant, man. "And many of the children of," and it also reminds me of when it said about Yahushua. It said this child is set, which means appointed, for the for the fall, Salakia, and rising again of many in Israel, which is talking about that remnant, the elect, man, the 1/3. Same thing here. "And many of the children of Israel shall he turn to the Lord their power," man. Same thing that for Elijah, man. Verse 17, "And he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias," or Elijah, "to turn the hearts of the fathers to their children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord," which again is the elect, the 1/3, man. Same thing that was said about Elijah, man. He did it during this time as John the Baptist. He did it again in these times as Abba Bivens, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we were totally taken away from the Lord, man. Jeremiah 17:4, 2 Thessalonians 2:3, man. We discontinued from our heritage. Everything was taken from us. So how do we get back to this understanding that we're Israelites in these times, man? That started by way of a man by the name of Abba Bivens, man, which is what we're reading right here, man. Now, if you can't receive that, hey, the Spirit of the Lord, because that's what it takes, the Spirit of the Lord, man, and faith. This thing is all faith-based, man. We believe it. Man, I believe it. You know what I'm saying? But let's get an account. Let's go ahead and just go and solidify this thing. When you read in Matthew the 17th chapter, Yahushua basically tells you what it is, man. This is Matthew 17:11. "And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Elias or Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things. But I say unto you that Elias or Elijah is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, he was telling you point blank bottom line that, which it's going to tell you in the very next verse. Let me just read it. Verse 13. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. Boom, proving that John the Baptist and Elijah are the same person. So does this just go for John the Baptist, Elijah, and Abba Bivens? No, in these times? No. It goes for everybody. All these men that you see out here teaching this word, beginning to start with Apostle Tahar on down, man. You know, these are these great men that you're reading about. You know, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Obadiah. You know what I'm saying? Timothy, James, and John, and all these people. You know what I'm saying? All of those people have been here, man. You know, and you're looking at these men and these great men. You know what I'm saying? Zephaniah and Zechariah and all of them, you know what I'm saying? And you're scoffing against them, man, and talking shit to these great men, which you don't have any idea who that man is, man. So really you should be careful, you know, when you come up against these men, man, you know? So at the end of the day, these are all things proving that we come back, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is clearly in the scriptures, man. When you read in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, in verse 9, what does it say? The thing that hath been is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So I'm going to go here real quick. I always make this point. You know, whenever I bring this scripture out, we're going to go to the 6th chapter of Ecclesiastes and read verse 10. Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. So I wanted the first part. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. So let's go back to the first chapter and read in context. The thing that hath been, it said that which hath been is named, and it is known that it is man. So this thing right here is man. The man that hath been, it is that which shall be. So King David was, he's going to be again, you know. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing or man under the sun. There is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So these men that were then are now. As a matter of fact, that reminds me of the 3rd chapter. Let me get that real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 3. In verse 15, that which hath been, which is man, the thing, is now. So that which was is now. King David was, and he's been now in these times. And that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High required that which is past, you know. And I know I was listening to a lesson by Apostle Gabar, and he mentioned how there's an account where King Mashal, of course, they exercised some demons, you know, which I believe that, you know, and the demons manifested. And there was another account where he said that King Mashal made a statement that, you know, the Lord listens to him, you know, and I believe that. I believe that too, man. You know what I'm saying? Just things that just kind of solidify who this man was, man, you know. And that's on, you know, depending on how the Lord is dealing with you, whatever level of faith and spiritual discernment that he's given is going to decide, you know, whether or not you believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe. Speaking of myself, I believe, man. You know what I'm saying? But these all are scriptures proving that we come back. So, hello? Yeah, King David too, man. And King David has been here in these times, man. King Masha. I believe that to be King David. You know? So we're going to keep it moving, you know, because we come back, you know, and again, we're given the certain men are given the mysteries of the Bible. All these things are secrets, mysteries, you know, that's based on spirituality and spiritual discernment and faith, man. You know, if you don't have these things, then it's not going to set with you, man. know what I'm saying? So real quick, let me get that real quick. This Matthew the 13th chapter. Bring those out real quick. It says Matthew 13:11. He answered and said to them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So there's some people who have the mysteries and secrets of the Lord, and then there's those that don't. It says it is given unto you, which is talking about the elect, those true men of the Lord, who the Lord is dealing with, and then shall they be known whom are my chosen. 2 Ezra the 16th chapter. And then it says, but unto them, those the Lord ain't dealing with, it is not given. So there's secrets and things of this Bible, things that you can line up to bring you to the understanding of who this particular person may be. Now, we can't do that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, we can speak as men and speculate who we think this person could be or that person could be. Yeah. That's cool. You're not going off if you do that. Just speaking as a man, that's your opinion of things. If you see something in the spirit, see certain things in the spirit, you may say, hey, man, that person might be this or that. You know what I'm saying? Brothers do it, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, at the end of the day, we're going to find out exactly who's who. You know what I'm saying? But those mysteries, when you go into that word mysteries, it's mysterion, which I'm going to bring out real quick. We bring this one out in Matthew the 19th chapter. No, because it ain't for everybody, man. Matthew 19:11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. So when the apostles and elders bring these things out, about the being back at the school, One West, where this truth started, Abba Bivens, King Masha, High Priest Yaquab and Ariah. Those men back during those times that what is truth started and began to come into the earth again. It's a lot of them, people that won't believe, man. They can't receive it. Well, it's the Yahushua is telling you right here, Matthew 19:11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given. So you're going to have people when they say your king, Masha is King David, they're not going to be able to receive that saying. But it wasn't given to them. You know what I'm saying? So for those that do believe it, it was given to you to believe, man. That's the elect. I believe that it's the elect. That's the elect. You know what I'm saying? And if you're part of the elect, you're going to believe these things, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to come to find out that GMS, beginning to start with Apostle Har down, that's the house. This is the house of David, man. This is the house of David. And then you have the house of Saul out there teaching the bullshit. Salakia, excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going. This is Mark chapter 4. And I'll start at verse 10 and read a couple of verses. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked him the parable. Verse 11, and he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the Most High, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. Verse 12, that seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. So, instead of these, these scoffers or naysayers, they're going to come up, they're going to hear these things, and they're going to have a problem with it, man. They ain't going to be, I don't know about all that. Pastor, you tripping on that one, Or they're going to have whatever belief or saying that they're going to have about it. You know what I'm saying? Just like the one dude that said that King David, he couldn't be King David, I guess because because King Masha passed away or something to that effect. I can't remember fully what the account was, when I was listening to the lesson, but something to that effect, So, Jake just needs to hush, man, and learn at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? The apostles are breaking things down. They're giving you the accounts. They're breaking things down. They're showing you the way, Again, and if you're part of that, if you're part of those that the Lord are dealing with, you'll see it. It'll make sense, man, at the end of the day. But, again, we come back and, those mysteries, man, because when you go into the word, a mystery in all these verses, it's mysterion. As a matter of fact, let me bring one more out real quick in Colossians. because there's things that's going on in these times, that hadn't been. This is Colossians 1:26. Even the mystery which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, which we know the saints are the Israelites, beginning and starting with the elect of the nation of Israel, So, and of course, there are scriptures, Psalms 50:5, Psalms 148:14, Psalms 149, verse 1 and 2, prove that the Israelites are the saints, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into this word, let's go into this word real quick. This word, mystery, real quick. Where is it at? Salakia. Even the mystery right there, G3466, Mysterion. Let's go into this word real quick. Let's let him say it.
Strong's G 3466, Mysterion.
Mysterion. And it says outline of biblical uses: hidden things, secret mystery, general mysteries, religious secrets confided only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals. That's the thing, right? That's it. That's the hammer on the head. General mysteries, religious secrets confided only to the initiated. If you're not part of the initiated, these things are not going to make sense. You know what I'm saying? And not to ordinary mortals. And you that can't get it are ordinary mortals at the end of the day. A hidden or secret thing, not obvious to the understanding. It's not obvious to your understanding, man. First of all, because you understand reincarnation is part of this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Not obvious to the understanding, a hidden purpose or counsel, secret will of men of the Most High, the secret counsels which govern the Most High in dealing with the righteous, which are hidden from ungodly and wicked men, but plain to the godly. And then if you can't receive these things, that's why, man. Because at the end of the day, you're wicked and ungodly, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not part of the elect and 1/3. You're part of 2/3. Most High will most likely put you to death. You know what I'm saying? Unless something changes, between here and then. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, again, those mysteries and secrets, man. You know what I'm saying? Salakia. So, I'm about to bring this lesson to a close, but it said, the scriptures say that we were going to seek, our power, and we're going to seek our king, man. The scriptures say that. So let's get that real quick. Where is that in Hosea? The 3rd chapter. This is Hosea chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king. And that happened, man. It says, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. Scriptures tell you in Jeremiah, again, I mentioned them earlier, in Jeremiah the 17th chapter, we were going to discontinue from our heritage. Everything was going to be taken from us, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, and verse 3, there had to be a falling away. Those things happened, man. Verse 5, Hosea 3 and 5, afterwards shall the children of Israel return. Let's go here real quick, then we'll go back. Isaiah 10 and verse 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. Verse 21, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob unto the mighty power. Verse 22, for though thy people shall be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness, which is those nuclear missiles, man. That's what they're going to escape when you read in verse 20. They're going to escape the that destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to also escape Jacob's trouble, man. And he shall be saved out of it. Jeremiah 30 and 7. You know what I'm saying? Daniel 12 and 1. Those that are written in the book of life, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to Hosea now, the 3rd chapter. In verse 5, it says, afterward shall the children of Israel return, that remnant, the elect, and seek the Lord their power, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. That's talking about now. Who's seeking King David, man? GMS, man. We're the only ones talking about the throne of David. We're the only ones talking about King Masha being King David. You ain't hearing nobody else talking about David or the throne of David. You know what I'm saying? So it says, afterward, Hosea 3 and 5, afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their power and David their king, man. You know what I'm saying? So it says we were going to seek our king, you know. These are all things proven King Masha to be exactly that, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, at the end of the day, hey, if you ain't got that spirituality, you know, because you got to be spiritual, man. A carnal man can't receive these things. This First Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 12. And it reads, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of the Most High. You know, because you got the spirit of the world. Yeah, you're going to look at it and think we crazy as hell, man. You know, but if you got the spirit of the Most High, it's going to make sense to you when these things are said to you. You know, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High. Verse 13, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth. Again, because that'll, you know, man will have you thinking that's bugged out, that we bugged out for even saying that or thinking that, man. You know, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. Exactly. That's what it's about, man. You have to be a spiritual thing with spiritual. You have to have a level of spirituality. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord ain't dealing with you on that level, man, these things aren't going to make sense to you. You know? Verse 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, but because they are spiritually discerned. Exactly, man. You know? So you have to have that spiritual discernment. You have to have that faith, you know, because these things is all, that's what it's all about, man. And we're faith-based Israelites. So like it. But, you know, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, like I said, I don't want to make this too long, so I'll end it right there. So, yeah, for you scoffers and naysayers, man, you know, we come back, man, you know, and hey, we believe King Masha to be King David. We believe Elder Abba Bivens to be Elijah / John the Baptist. We believe Elder Chief Priest Yaquab to be Aaron / James. And we believe Ariah to be John the Baptist, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned. That's what I believe, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. With that, giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Uharakak, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath, Shah Dawadah, Shalom.